Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Washington Wizards going up against the Toronto Raptors. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you very much. Now, the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe, D.A., less is more. And thanks for the report. Here are the five for the Raptors. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, Kuzma will step in at the 4, with Porzingis at center. Morris and Beal are the guards. And it's Avdia in at the 3, the small forward. Unfortunately, Doris, you'd like to see either of these teams get the win tonight. They're both hunting for a much-needed victory.
Breaking out of a slump, Kevin, to me is a real challenge. Obviously, there is momentum either way. When you get on a win streak, your confidence is high. Right now, these two teams are battling the mental game. They've got to try to find a rhythm.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Avdia. Kuzma with it, covered by Barnes. Clock at 4. From about 19 feet, Kuzma, that's good.
From the moment he stepped between the lines as an NBA player, you knew Kyle Kuzma could score at this level.
You know, over the last couple seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Porzingis passes to Beal. Morris outside. Porzingis sets the pick for Morris. It's tipped. Here's Siakam. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Now this guy continues to build his offensive skill set. Pascal Siakam with the mid-range jumper.
For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
Here's Van Vliet after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Siakam kicks to Trent. Good on the triple.
This guy is so comfortable from beyond the arc. You give Gary Trent Jr. a look from 3, and look out, folks.
Morris outside, and there's the pass to Beal. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You can make the case this is the premier shooting guard in the league. Bradley Beal is tough to stop.
Here's Siakam, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He heads on Porzingis. And looking back on that Toronto run, Pascal Siakam, Doris, was a big piece to that puzzle.
There's no question about it. They allowed that young man to flourish in transition. He was a tremendous defender for the group. He was a big-time part of that title.
The first one falls.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Siakam hits them both.
One of the things that we're watching happen with Pascal Siakam is the willingness to accept more and more responsibility, both from a leadership and a productivity standpoint, guys. And it has been something else to watch that growth.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Anunoby passes to Van Vliet, and it's right, sending it back. "19 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Gafford. Siakam pulls it in. For three, Van Vliet, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Well, we all know that DeLon Wright has instincts as a scorer, but remember, this guy takes pride in his defense.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Raptors lead by 1. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Raptors with the lead. So for Toronto right now, Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Barnes out there with Precious Achiuwa. And Corey Kispert is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. It's been an exciting season already, Doris, but I think the middle of the year is when you really get an idea of which teams are in it for the long haul. They reveal their true self.
Right, by the midpoint of the season, the best teams are really starting to take shape. Everyone's much more dialed in. You can tell that winning matters, that the groups are collectively pulling in the same direction. So I agree, by this time of the year, we have a pretty good idea who is going to win and win consistently.
Beal, rebound by the Raptors. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Now, here's Trent. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. Van Vliet wide open. Drills it from outside. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
At the line for 1.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Morris with a screen on Van Vliet. Back to Morris from downtown. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you want Kristaps Porzingis to insert himself off the rebounding aspect. Go to the offensive board and cash in.
Young, a screen on Beal. Van Vliet against Beal. Fires the three. Boucher's shot is off. Wizards leading by 3. There's Porzingis. Boucher with the rebound. For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest, that game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Now here's Beal. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, you know, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors in our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
Their shooting has been bad, like Kenny's wardrobe bad. They need to be smarter offensively, run through the plays until you get good looks.
I'm not even going to touch that one. I'm going to let it go.
Okay, time to discuss the first half of this one. Specifically, which guys are leading the charge for their teams?
This is exactly what leaders do. They know what a win means tonight, and they're stepping up for their teams.
Yeah, so difficult to cover either of them. Should be an interesting second half. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Raptors trail by 3. Playing at the wings, Beal and Avdia. Kuzma will step in at the 4. With Porzingis at center. And it's Morris in at the point. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. Trent kicks to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Doors, when it comes to Avdia, a guy that does a number of things very well.
He does, Kevin. I think when you think of Avdia, what you think is 3-tool player. Score, rebound, pass it. For Denny, to me, it's all about being more consistent. It is clear this guy has a ton of talent and potential. Now can you do it night after night after night?
And here's Trent after Avdia made the last three-pointer. Here's Trent. Shoots over Kuzma. Trent can't hit.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Passes it to Beal. Bounce pass from Morris. Morris with the screen for Beal. Inside, out to Morris. Fires from deep. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Wizards passing it around. Porzingis with a screen on Trent. Beal against Trent. From 12 feet out. And Beal gets it to go. Beal's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, the mid-range, always a solid option for Bradley Beal, and sometimes that's what the defense concedes.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. The Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. In the third spot, Fred VanVleet. And, of course, Corey Kispert.
They have both been unconscious from the free throw line. I mean, you could put a blindfold on them, and it wouldn't matter.
.109 left to play in the third. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, die-hard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. Here's Banton after the basket by Will Barton. A nice shot by Flynn.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Wright finds Gafford. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Wizards shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Washington, Daniel Gafford. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second. Raptors trail by 4. Anunoby passes to Flynn. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Gafford. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Washington out in front, up 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
16.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Sharing the wing spots for them. It'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. There's Boucher out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's VanVleet in at the point. Right outside. Stolen by VanVleet. Drops in the breakaway layup. VanVleet's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Toronto. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. A 2-point game. over Trent. The shot by Beal, no good. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Pass to Van Vliet. Now Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Here's Siakam. And he hits it to tie the game up.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Now here's Beal. Down low. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slant.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Right against Van Vliet. To the inside. 11 feet away. Siakam's shot is off.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Beal deciding where to go with it. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Terrific handle right there by Beal. Comes off the pick with his head up, looking for his teammates.
Right against Van Vliet. Over right. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Wizards leading by 4. Right outside. And it's Beal in the corner. And Wright kicks to Kispert. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The Raptors shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. It's to Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Siakam wants to be the guy for this team, especially in these types of high-pressure situations.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
It's the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Well, we've seen Pascal Siakam improve his free throw percentage drastically since entering the league. Now it's the moments that matter. Late game settings. Pascal, can you make them?
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Porzingis is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Hachimura. Abdias checked in for Kispert. And Morris subbed in for DeLon Wright.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Trent against Beal. Outside, Porzingis. Barnes grabs the miss.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Knocked loose. Here's Siakam. It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Well, Siakam in the clutch. What a delivery.
Washington calls timeout. 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Porzingis sets the pick for Beal. The 3 ball. The 3 won't fall. That's a 2 from Barnes. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. To the middle. Here's Barnes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Kuzma. Morris finds Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. For three, Van Vliet. Rebound, Washington. Avdiev's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Banked in off the glass. Porzingis has got the first points here in the overtime period for the Wizards. And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 2. 1:02 left to play in the first overtime. Kisper's checked in for the Wizards. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Van Vliet looking around. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And here is Morris. Here's Porzingis. It counts.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Count it, and the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Pascal Siakam, improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
Beal's checked in for Kisper. Good, Siakam.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Washington. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And for a number 1 option like Brad Beal, you embrace these moments.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 3. 26 seconds left in overtime. Van Vliet outside. Passes to Siakam. Nice D from Porzingis. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Team foul. At the line for Washington. Monte Morris. At the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Trent.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for the Wizards, Bradley.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal. Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
They get it back. And so it's the Wizards with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Brad. Every defensive wrinkle they could think of, they threw at you tonight, the doubles, the traps, but I know that's nothing new for you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and it's only going to get tougher. But I'm confident in myself and my game, so you know, the more the merrier.
Maybe they'll quintuple team you next time. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.